Alright, NFL Wild Card 2012 predictions slash previews. Now, they started it as Saturday, it's the NFC, AFC's on Sunday, which is good. Honestly, if they would have done this a little bit better now, maybe this is just me picking at it. They should have done one AFC game, one NFC game. They should have had Falcons, Giants, Saturday, Saints, Detroit, Saturday night, and then on Sunday have Pittsburgh on the same time slot, but have Houston Bengals. And the reason I say that is just to change it up. And honestly, maybe it's just because I'm an NFC fan, but the Houston Bengals, that'll be a decent game. Pittsburgh and Denver, I'm not really looking forward to. The Falcons and Giants, that's going to be what it is. And I'm, becoming a Saints fan. I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan, but and still am to this day. But it's just, I don't know, man. There's something about that offense. So we're going to get into Saturday's predictions. Our NFC predictions, which is on Saturday. Whew. Okay, to start off the playoffs, basically, it's going to be the Falcons at Giants, and the only reason it's in New York is because the Giants are a fourth seed. Now the Giants are 9-7, and they won the NFC East. The Falcons, what would they be in the North? Yeah, and they're the fifth seed. They're 10-6, so they do have a better record. Now the Giants have only beat one winning team. They smashed my Cowboys, and their defensive line is devastating. I mean, you got Jason Pierre-Paul, he's a beast. You got a team, Nick, and you got Justin Tuck on there. You got a lot of defensive line. I think if they can get to Matt Ryan and shut down that passing game, they're going to have to go to Michael Turner. Don't get me wrong, Michael Turner's a great runner, but is he a guy that can carry the load? I don't think so. The only way the Giants have a shot is if Eli Manning throws a bunch of yards and a bunch of touchdowns, because I just don't see them shutting down the pass. I don't see them ultimately challenging the Falcons' defensive. So it should be an offensive challenge. Falcons' defense isn't very good, so I'm going to go with the Falcons. And then on Saturday night, it's going to be the Lions and the Saints. Saints are at home in New Orleans. They are the third seed. They're 13-3, and they're taking on the Detroit Lions, which is the sixth seed, and they're 10-6. Now, the Saints, they're second, in my opinion, they're the second best team in the NFL. They're undefeated at home. You got the leader of the passing season record holder, which is like 5,000 something yards. I mean, he beat Dan Marino, everybody knows that. And then you have the Detroit team, where you got a Dominican Sue, you got Nick Fairley on your defensive line, and you got a good middle linebacker, which I can't think of his name. And that's about it on defense. And then on offense, you have Matt Stafford. You had Javad, something like that. Best. The little running back, he was pretty decent. And you have to go on Smith, 44. You got Calvin Johnson, which is a beast in the slot. Well, actually, you put him on the outside, wouldn't you? But I don't know if they can really challenge. Don't get me wrong, this is going to be a shootout. This is going to be a great game. And it'll be the best game of the week. But can they really challenge the Saints offense? I mean, you got Squirrels, you got Graham, you got Meacham, you got Molson or Holsom. You got, Thomas at a running back. You have all these things, and they're always substituting. I don't think Detroit can stop them. I'm going to go with the Saints. And so we'll recap: Saints over Detroit, and then Falcons over the Giants. And I guess I give scores. I'm gonna say Falcons beat the Giants 35-20. Because I think Falcons will, definitely show it out. I think it'll be a tight game at half, but I think they're going to explode in the second half. For the Saints, NFL Network is predicting it'll be 38-35. I don't think it'll be that close because I think Saints will have a quick start. I'm going to say 42 to 22. 21 actually, 42 to 21. That's a very large prediction. But that's the NFC predictions, y'all. AFC predictions, which this is going to go on. Oh, and by the way, the NFC will be on NBC at like 2:30 Eastern, and then like 6:30 Eastern, I think. And then AFC will be on, I believe, Fox and CBS. Let's see. I'll be right back. Okay, so you got the Pittsburgh game on CBS, and then you got the Houston and Bengals game on Fox at 12:30 Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. All right, and what do you say about the first game? I liked the Texans Stadium. I don't really like the team. It's a running team. You got T.J. Yates. He's injured, but he's gonna play. He's a rookie. Matt Schaub is out. You got Andre Johnson, which is arguably the best receiver in football, but he's not really playing. I mean, he is playing in this game, but his hamstring, it could hurt him at any time. You have Arian Foster, which is one of the best backs in the game today. So they'll really, just this is going to be a very boring game, and the reason I say that is it's going to be a very defensive game because you really think Andy Dalton's really going to do a lot on offense. Yes, they're 9-7, they're a 6th seed, and Texans are a 3rd seed, and they're 10-6. Texans are a running game, no doubt about that, especially when Matt Schaub went out. Mario Williams is out on the end, defensive end. You really don't. I mean, granted, arguably it's the best defense in the NFL. I think they're like the 3rd or 2nd best defense in the NFL, probably behind Ravens, Steelers, 49ers, stuff like that. And then I don't think this will be a high-scoring game. I'm going to say the Texans beat Bengals 17-7. I think that'll be alright. I don't expect much from it, but it is what it is, and that'll kick off Sunday. Steelers at the Denver Broncos, and I don't know. Well, I do know because Steelers, did not win their division. Baltimore did. Therefore, Steelers are not home. But if you look at it, Denver's 8-8, and Steelers are 12-4. Broncos somehow are the 4th seed, and Steelers are the 5th seed. I don't know how. Either way, I do think it should be in Pittsburgh. It's going to be in Denver, which is no biggie. But when you look at the Steelers, their offensive line's messed up. They're injured. Rashad Mendenhall, he's injured. Roethlisberger, he's injured, but he's going to play. You're not going to have Ryan Clark as your cornerback or free safety. They are a little bit banged up, but if you have, I'm not knocking on Tim Tebow. I'm sure he's a very, very nice, great, kind human being. But when it comes out on that football field, I really don't think he has what it takes to get it done. And if he can, then great, more power to him. Hope for the best. You don't want to see anybody lose their job, but I don't think the kid got it, man. They got a good defense and a pretty good running game, but eventually Broncos and John Elway's gonna have to face the music and be like, you know what, this kid ain't worth it. I'm gonna go with the Steelers, and just because they don't have Rashawn Mendenhall, just because their offensive line's beat up, and Ben Roethlisberger's beat up, I'm going to say it's going to be a 21-7 game. That's my prediction for the AFC. Now I go to establishedsports.weebly.com where you can find all the games, all the results, all the standings, all that good stuff. Go there for all your wrestling, Next Generation Wrestling, weebly.com for all your world news, good alternative news talk. We got the official channel up. If you're watching this on 88763, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Established Sports YouTube channel, subscribe there. Go to the site. Follow us on Twitter. All that stuff is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be coming back for the review show probably later that week or Monday or so. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channels, and we will see you next time. NFL Wildcard 2012 prediction / preview show. Thanks for watching and subscribe. Go to the site, and we will see you next time. And enjoy your football, ladies and gentlemen.